Hello everybody. First off, I'd just like to apologise if my voice sounds a bit weird. I've had a stinking cold past few days and my voice does keep going all funny, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, this video is about a new homemade strop. The story started a while ago when I was looking at buying a strop, and I noticed that a lot of the hanging sort of flexible barbershop strops had a leather side and a canvas side, and that set me to thinking and toying about with a piece of denim wrapped round a hardback book and pulled tight, and it was quite effective, and I do still use that, particularly on the open levels. You get quite a nice shine on the bevel. Anyway, I didn't do anything about buying a strop, but last week I was looking on the Rockstead website, and if you're not familiar with Rockstead, they're a Japanese knife making company, and they pitch themselves very much high tech, high quality. They use very fancy steels and very fancy blade coatings, and if you're in the market for a Rockstead knife, you'll need £1,000 in your pocket to even think about it, and if you wanted to have your pick out of the catalogue, you're probably going to need £3,500. So they're not budget products by any means, and I certainly don't expect to ever own one. However, on their website, on the maintenance page, they show you how to make a strop to use on their knives, and it caught my eye because it's a piece of denim from a pair of jeans nailed to a piece of wood and then impregnated with metal polish. They use a brand called Pecal. I've not been able to source the liquid metal polish over here. I've found a few places where you can get the tubes of paste, but not the pourable liquid. But they do say, use whatever the equivalent is in your country, so obviously it's Brasso. So I've had a go at that. The next section of the video is going to be a brief slideshow showing the strop being assembled and prepared, and then after that we'll go to the desktop and we'll give it a first time testing and see how it works out. So you join me again shortly. Okay, so we're going to have a test of this strop that I've made, and first thing we need to do is get a dull knife. So I'm going to take this cheap Victorinox copy and just see if we can just dull the edge off, and a bit more, I think. So I think we can. Oh no, it's still cutting. Right, that I think is completely buggered. I think you'll agree. So now, obviously, with a knife edge that bad, you wouldn't take it straight to the strop. So what I'm going to do is what we would normally do is just try and repair the damage on some. Need to lift that up a bit. On some wet and dry paper. I'm assuming that's on ink shot. So that's 400, and we should have a bit of 600. So we can just do a little bit more of the same. So I think we might actually have an edge back there. That feels a bit blunt. So let's see what that does. Let's have a go. Now, this is the first time that I've used this, so live testing on camera. Crap and crud on the surface, not good. Now, will that have made any difference at all? Yes it has. Still feels a bit toothy, so we'll just give it another few passes. And then have another go. Oh, that's not good. I think, in fairness, if I'd taken a bit more care with the wet and dry paper before I put the blade to the strop, we could have made that edge flawless in a matter of moments. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the vid here, go back to the wet and dry for a minute, and then maybe have another go. So I'll catch up with you very shortly. Right, now I'm back. It seems that when I dulled the edge at the beginning of the exercise, I completely flattened the first section of the blade there. So I've gone back to the wet and dry. I did a bit of WD-40 and tried to restore a decent bevel. And now that, I think you will agree, is not half bad. Not half bad at all. I quite like this. It's a bit ugly, and it's already got manky marks on it from the WD-40. I suppose I could have been a bit more conscientious about cleaning it off. But I think I'm going to declare that this little homemade project is a success. So thank you to Rockstead for giving me the idea, which I've quite happily taken. Hope you found that interesting. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.